it's that time again to say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Coupé, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to this segment of Good Morning Grenada. It's already the 4th day of January. I want to ask you a question. How many months are there in January? There's a verse in a line in a parang that says for the 4 months of January, yeah? Nonetheless, folks, good morning, good morning. I do hope that you had yourselves a wonderful night. I hope you had a productive day yesterday. You got some much needed rest last night, and you're up and ready to face the challenges of this brand new day. It's Classic and GBN in the morning time, and always with yours truly, the innocent one. And you know the gentleman go call and say you're not so innocent, eh? Alright, nonetheless, folks, it's indeed a good thing to be alive. It's good to be alive. Being alive is a great thing. It gives you endless possibilities. It affords you endless possibilities. You know, it gives you the opportunity to do some introspection, some retrospection, look back and see what you did yesterday and what you're not happy with, and you have to do it again today. You do it better, you know. That's what life is all about. Hey, get up and reach out to your neighbors this morning. Those of you who did not speak for a while, break that cycle, break that silence. Call out, be the bigger man. Call out and say, hey neighbor, good morning, how you doing? I ain't tell you yet for the year, but happy new year to you. And let us bury the hatchet. Yeah. Good morning. It's indeed a joy and a pleasure to be with you once again. It's already Wednesday. Could you imagine that? Wednesday already. All right, Ann Fletcher says, good morning, have a great day. Good morning to you, Ann, and also to Mary Ebanks. Good morning, Mary, wherever you are. Thanks for making the choice, Classic and GBN, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. Always remember that. So let's get into the business of the day. You know, usually we start off with the word of the day, and this morning, our word of the day is the word delegate. Yeah, delegate. It means, it is a verb, and it means to give control or responsibility or authority to someone, to trust someone with a job or a duty. It can also mean to choose someone to do something, yeah. We can use it in these ways. Our supervisor delegated management of the office to another senior colleague while she was on vacation. Good morning to you, Janelle. Janelle McDonald. How you doing? You all right? Also, we can say good leaders know how to delegate. Yeah, they know how to delegate authority and responsibility. So the word for the day, it's a verb. It's the word delegate. It is spelled D-E-L-E-G-A-T-E. Write it down in your book and learn to spell it, learn to pronounce it, and most importantly, learn how to use it, all right? Nice. It means to give control, responsibility, or authority to someone, to trust someone with a job or duty. It can also mean to choose someone to do something. All right, nice. I've delegated Dada to look after the fowls. Morning, Borderman, Alfred John. Hope you're good. Nice. 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock. The thought of the day now comes from one of my favorite guys, Nelson Mandela. He said, I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers fear. You hear that? I've learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but rather the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. once you're alive and you're human, you're expected to have some measure of fear. People have funny fears, you know. Some people are afraid of spiders, some are afraid of lizards. I am afraid of serpents and horror movies. These are about the two things that I'm mostly afraid of. Serpents and horror movies. I don't watch horror movies. I don't watch movies with, you know, with high levels of suspense. I can't deal with that. And if you want me to leave a place quickly, show me a serpent. But I'm working on it, you know. I think I'm a big man. I'm not supposed to be afraid of serpents. And something again, you know, with me, strange. You know, my phobia towards serpents, it's really funny because whenever I travel, I go to the zoos. And one of the first places that I want to go is the place where the snakes are, you know. But that time they locked up, you understand? Yeah. All right, let's see what's buzzing this morning. What's buzzing? The Integrity Commission says it's not yet time to engage the trigger. It says there's no need to trigger its gift registry as a result of the questionable gifts which was sent to the chairman of the Citizenship by Investment Program, Mr. Richard Duncan. In this Joseph Cador report, he explains the laws governing that. So, yeah, maybe we'll take a peek at that. TV guy, that's another story that I want us to, because this story isn't going anywhere fast, all right? We're going to see how briefly we can look at what Joseph had to say about the laws governing that act, and maybe take a few calls on that. Another story that's buzzing: as of January 1, the government will impose a new policy to promote healthy lifestyles and reduce prevalence of non-communicable diseases, or NCDs, in the country. All right. Did you know that 23% of deaths in Grenada is from non-communicable diseases? We're going to look at that as well. Prime Minister challenges, he says the challenges abound, but Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is optimistic. He thinks Grenada will do well despite the challenges. Another story that really, I really want us to look at. We touched it a little bit before the Christmas when it was announced, but I think it's something, it's a step, in my opinion, excuse me, it is a step in the right direction. All right, the two Thomases being on opposing sides doesn't create enemies for two women in politics. As we hear in this report, they put aside their political affiliations, or we can interchange affiliations to proclivity. All right, they put aside their political proclivity for a common goal, which is serving the people. I like this story. All right, so I want us to talk about that as well. The question is this just a show, or is this a genuine effort from both individuals to work in the best interests of the people? I think so. I think it's that. So these are the stories that we will be looking at this morning. Again, we are going to look at the clip from Joseph Cador as he looks at the laws governing the act. That's the Integrity in Public Life Act. He's going to give us some insights onto the laws governing that. We're not going to spend much time on that. We've already dealt with it through its entirety, I think, yesterday. Another story, which is not news anymore, but it's still in people's minds. The year started as on a somber note for two families, as we lost two lives Sunday and Monday. Sad, but that's part of life. Good. Now, no new cross-border travel measures on Grenada's end, despite actions taken by European Union countries and the United States amidst an uptick in COVID-19 cases, particularly in China. So these are the stories that are buzzing, but like I said, we are going to look at the Thomases working together. We are going to look at the government imposing new policies to promote healthy lifestyles, and we are going to listen to Joseph Cador's take on the laws that governing the Integrity in Public Life Act. So these are the stories that we are going to look at this morning. Get your information, get your thoughts together so that you can make meaningful, and I am going to underline this, brief comments, okay? We're not doing lectures again, all right? Brief comments. Let your comments be as brief as possible, okay? Nice, good. So the word of the day, once again, it's a verb. It's the word delegate, and what it means is to give control, responsibility, or authority to someone, to trust someone with a job or duty. It can also mean to choose someone to do something, or supervisor delegated management of the office to another senior colleague while she was on vacation. Good leaders know how to delegate. The thought for the day, I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. This is where we got to break it off. We've got to make preparation for the AM edition of news, sports, and the weather right here on K105. Those of you on GBN television, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. So stick and stay with us. We'll be back with the conversation right after 7 o'clock. Don't you move a muscle. Don't you go.
We all have wishes at Christmas. Maybe it's a car, repairs to your home, new appliances, or travel. Get yourself that perfect gift with a GUT Credit Union Christmas Make-A-Wish loan. You can get the money you need to make that holiday wish come true. Apply for a loan and you'll be entered to win one of 5 shopping sprees at Foodland Supermarket. Plus, great prices from Sol EC Limited, Dean Mattresses, Digicel Grenada Limited, and Beacon Insurance. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/Christmas. Apply now and make your wish the perfect gift this Christmas. Special conditions apply.
Good evening, I'm Ken Roy Batiste. 2023 started on a somber note for 2 families as 2 lives were lost in separate road fatalities on Sunday and Monday. My colleague Rena Ped Thomas begins this evening's newscast with this report.
Just 2 days into 2023, Grenada has already recorded 2 road fatalities. Members of the Royal Grenada Police Force confirmed that 1 female lost her life in the early hours of Sunday morning. She occupied the passenger side of the vehicle, which hit a wall at Mali St. Patrick, just minutes away from her home. The driver and another passenger was also hospitalized following the accident. We spoke with officer in charge of the Community Relations Department, Superintendent Simon Douglas.
On the 1st of January, took place at Marley in St. Patrick, and in that situation a vehicle ran into a wall. The deceased was a passenger in that vehicle. She was taken to hospital and subsequently succumbed to the injuries sustained from the accident. The victim of the Marley accident is 40 years old, Rodica Henry, and she is from La Fortune St. Patrick.
Just as people try to come to terms with the bad news which emanated from St. Patrick, on Monday, another sorrowful episode played out in the south of the island. Early Monday morning, a 77-year-old female lost her life after being struck by a vehicle as it drove along the public road at the Limes in St. George.
The second of them was on the 2nd of January, occurred at the Limes, St. George's, in which a vehicle which was reversing down a steep hill, the driver lost control and that vehicle collided with a pedestrian who also succumbed to the injury sustained from that accident. Is Ms. Violet Joseph, and she's a resident of the Limes, St. George.
Officer Douglas says the traffic department recorded over 30 vehicular accidents for the New Year weekend.
Statistics of reported accidents for the period 30th December 2022 to the 2nd of January 2023, we had a total of 38 minor accidents and 2 fatals. Out of those, we had 1 minor from the Northern District. From the Western District, we had 2, 1 minor and 1 fatal. Eastern Division had 8 minor accidents. Traffic Headquarters, which deals with the northern end of St. George, 13 minor accidents. And from the south of St. George, 15 minor accidents and 1 fatal, giving us a total of 40 accidents for the 3-day period.
Many have aired their concerns about the apparent reckless driving being displayed by some drivers. Members of the public have joined the police in urging persons to exercise due care and attention. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
All right, Assistant Superintendent of Police Simon Douglas in that Rena Pett Thomas report. Of course, he's the head of the Community Relations Department of the RGPF. Well, the Integrity Commission says it's not yet time to engage to trigger. It says there's no need to trigger its gift registry as a result of the questionable gifts, which was sent to the chairman of the Citizenship by Investment Program, Richard Duncan. More in this Joseph Kado report.
Many eyebrows were lifted when reports of a $10,000 cash gifting surfaced via a letter in circulation on social media. The letter was addressed to Bo Shu, the Chief Executive Officer of Hartman Hotel Development Group. In that correspondence, the chairman of the Citizen by Investment Program, Richard Duncan, and CBI's CEO, Carleen Purcell, brought to the attention of Hartman's Brenda Batiste that they could not accept the gift, which was delivered on December 13th. According to the CBI letter, the package contained $10,000 EC in cash, an item in a box, and a bottle of drink. Mr. Duncan rejected the gift, citing that accepting it was a clear violation with the Grenada Citizen by Investment Unit Code of Business Conduct and Ethics Policy. The letter further went on to say, and I quote, "As stewards of the public trust, we are sensitive to ensure adherence to the integrity in public life regulation, as well as the prevention of corruption regulation as it relates to gifting."
According to the Integrity in Public Life Act, Section 45, which speaks to the issue of the acceptance of gifts, public officers or public officials are not to accept gifts from anyone, whether it is to get them to do their work or to do something that they're already paid by government to do, or not to do it. So they should not accept gifts as an inducement, nor should they accept it as a reward. Notwithstanding that, if a person chooses to, or if a person accepts a gift, or if a person is given a gift by, let's go with a children's organization, and the children's organization made a card, or they did some little creative something to express their appreciation to that person for coming there to be with them for whatever purpose the person went there. On such an occasion, the person can accept the gift.
The motives of the gifts, and the possibility of blurred cultural lines, and how the correspondence got into the public domain created a communications firestorm. There was also doubts about how the Integrity Commission should respond. Communications and Organization Compliance Officer at the Integrity Commission's Nicole Bess explains that the regulations state a person in public life shall not accept any gift or reward from any person as an inducement for any official act to be done by him or her, or a reward for any official act done by him or her. Where a person in public life accepts a gift or a reward in the circumstances specified, he or she shall make a report to the Commission of that fact within 7 days of the receipt of the gift. She further explains that penalties follows if persons do not comply with the rules.
The gift is more than $10,000, you would pay the value of the gift. So if the gift is $40,000 and you refuse to hand it over when you're asked to, then you will pay $40,000 following summary conviction, of course. If the gift is less than $10,000, let's say the gift is $300 or $500, but you fail to hand it over in compliance with the decision following the summary conviction, then you will have to pay $10,000. If not, you're liable to imprisonment for at least 3 months.
With the return of the gift to the Hartmut Hotel Development Incorporated, the Integrity Commission stated that there was no need to trigger the Commission's gift registry system at this time. Joseph Kador, GBN News.
Now, being on opposing sides doesn't create enemies for two women in politics. As we hear in this report, they put aside their political affiliations for a common goal, serving the people. Christina John has more in this report.
Two women who competed against each other on the political stage in the last general election are now combining efforts with one goal in mind, working together for the betterment of the people in their constituency. MP for St. Andrew Northwest, Honorable Delma Thomas, and Senator the Honorable Gloria Thomas from different sides of the political platform have given their commitment and have collaborated on a number of initiatives over the Yuletide season. The two say this is only the beginning, as their collaborative efforts will continue. They were part of Monday's back-to-school drive in Sab, St. Andrew. It's not about color, says MP Delma Thomas.
So we want to pledge our commitment to working along not only with Sab, but the entire constituency of St. Andrew Northwest. And I know earlier on Billy said that it's not about the yellow, it's not about green, and it's not about the red. And I think that's the message we should all be giving these things. So I want to stand here this afternoon and say that I am a patriotic Grenadian. I am your parliamentary representative for St. Andrew Northwest, and so I've committed myself as your representative to work with the Honorable Gloria Thomas to bring benefits for you, the people of Sab, and the people of the constituency of St. Andrew Northwest.
Earlier, both women also paid a visit to the Princess Alice Hospital to get an understanding of what needs to be done at the facility. Both women also made a social call to the home of Ms. Veronica Lewis of Lafayette St. Andrew, who celebrated her 105th birthday on December 28th. The centenarian is one of few people in Grenada over the age of 100.
Dear brothers and sisters, that the only way we can move forward is to work together. We can achieve small things for ourselves, but when we combine our efforts together, we can move mountains. And so earlier on, we visited the Maribor Hospital, and you know the issues there, and so we agreed that together we'll confront those issues. It's not going to happen overnight, but we pledge to work together to bring development for you, the people. So
Christina John
reporting there. Parenthood is often described as one of the most magical journeys in life, and even more magical for mothers giving birth on the first day of January, which is celebrated as New Year's Day by numerous countries around the world, including Grenada. On January 1, 2023, two mothers gave birth to sons at the General Hospital. The first baby entered the world early in the afternoon at 2:19 to Katusha Sylvester of Happy Hill, St. George. The second was born later in the afternoon at 3:40 to Nia Philip of Monkridge, St. Patrick. In keeping with its decades-old tradition, Republic Bank honored each mom with a gift basket and a Right Start account for her baby. We can tell you the gesture is aimed at welcoming the new births and giving the babies a right start by instilling a habit for savings early. Republic Bank wishes the mothers and their babies well. Back at Television Center, this story to report: retired U.S. Army soldier Gary Nicholas was arrested and charged with the importation of guns and ammunition on December 30, 2022, after a joint search operation of a 40-foot container carried out by the Royal Grenada Police Force and Customs. According to Assistant Superintendent of Police Simon Douglas, the team confiscated 4 firearms and over 1,000 rounds of ammunition.
And that search revealed 4 firearms, 2 rifles and 2 pistols, along with a total of 1,894 rounds of ammunition for those various firearms. Of course, those were confiscated, and the owner of that container, Mr. Gary Nicholas, a resident of Dr. Groom's, St. George, He is a retired U.S. soldier. He was arrested and charged for possession and importation of firearms and ammunition. He has been placed on bail in the sum of $20,000 with 2 sureties, along with other conditions, and he is to appear at St. George's Magistrate Court on the 21st of February.
Other news, Billy Fortune, ESS Group and SAP Spartan Sports Club have collaborated to give back to the youth in the community of SAP St. Andrew. More details in this Christina John report.
These students began the new school term on January 3rd with new backpacks and other school supplies. Fortune reflects on his days growing up and challenges he faced, which propelled him and his team to help others. This Fortune says he hopes to extend to other communities.
I was going to school, I remember myself having one exercise or one notebook for 5 subjects. It was a one subject, but about the kids, as I said, we're going to be giving away backpacks that contains notebook, pencil, pen, some of them geometry sets for the high school kids. We even have flash drives because I know sometimes you have a project you got to do, and the project you have to save it on something and go somewhere and print it. You know, we have to work together as a community, and it's all about nation building. It's not about red, green, yellow, blue. It's about nation building, and we all just want to come together and just do what could help.
Senator the Honorable Gloria Thomas cited this as a perfect example of public-private partnership.
Not often we have persons who have made it turn back to assist the community from which they came. And I think that this initiative here is one that we can emulate as community people to assist the less fortunate from time to time. Government is not in a position to give everybody what they need. And so we need those private partnerships to make things happen.
She reminds parents of the importance of teaching their children to be appreciative and be happy for others when they succeed.
Parents, you have a responsibility to assist your children to take care of what they will receive here this afternoon. And what I want to admonish you is to encourage them to be very thankful and grateful for the gift.
Honorable Delma Thomas applauded the gesture extended by Billy and friends, giving emphasis to education as a tool to get one out of poverty.
School bag is very important, especially when it comes with notebook and other school supplies. We will agree that those rural areas like Sab and others, we all came from very poor family, and sometimes all we need is just an exercise book and a pencil, because we know that only through education we can come out of poverty. And so both Sister Gloria and I, we are true examples of people who came from family of poverty, but which the community would have assisted, and we are here today as Member of Parliament and as Minister of Government to give back to our community. And
MP Thomas encouraged the children to carry their bags and make the most of their education.
Christina John with that report. 2 road fatalities in 2 days are creating a buzz on social media. Beverly Telesford has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
On Monday, a second road fatality was recorded for 2023. Police were called to the scene of an accident at Grenada St. George, where an elderly woman was struck by a vehicle. Social media users took to the comments section to share their thoughts about this development. The following views are that of members of the public and not part of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Don Smith said, I was in Grenada 4 weeks. On the main road Caliste stretch leading from the airport, could not believe the constant speeding and even 4 vehicles overtaking at once. Absolute craziness with no regards for the lives of others. Speed limits must be implemented with heavy consequences, even drunk taxi drivers. Strict regulations are needed. Glenroy said, condolences to the family during this time of grief. The executive branch of the Grenada Traffic Department. It's time that through the police commissioner, you recommend to the cabinet very strict measures in violation of the traffic laws in order to help protect lives and properties. Police officers, do not allow another innocent family to grieve. Use the powers that were bestowed upon you, dear officers, so that the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique can move around with confidence, knowing that drivers and pedestrians are looking out for each other, especially our seniors and special needs, in a manner of genuine love and caring. Lydia said, there need to be greater consequences even for less serious accidents, and after assessment by the police, some people need to be made to go back to driving school and to take the defensive driving classes. Take written tests on road rules before being allowed behind the wheel again. People don't realize that when obstruction is on their side of the road, they should give right away to the vehicle on the side that's clear. Drivers just push their way through. Gracelyn said, please God, help the drivers to be more careful. This is really sad for this family. God give them strength. That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to this segment, The Conversation. This is where we talk on topical issues that are making the rounds in the news fraternity. I gave you, before we went off, when we had that little interlude before 7, I told you some of the stories that we will be looking at. However, with GBN, we're very dynamic, Dynamism is the name of the game. We can do things differently. A comment came on Facebook from Heaven Hill. Good morning, Innocence. Since you are looking at what's buzzing in the news, I noticed I saw the GBN newscast last night about a hotel building on a beach in the south, right on the beach outside of the required distance from the beach water. My camera guy, my TV guy is so versatile that he brought that to my attention, and he's going to run that clip now so we can have a look at it and hear your comments on that. Don't you go. Stay right here. We'll talk.
Our ISO reporter tonight is concerned over the construction of what he called hotel condos on the shorefront of a beach at the south of the island. Our citizen journalist claims the construction is being done about 25 feet from the high water mark on the beach, as opposed to the prescribed 165 feet that is the standard. The individual is concerned about the building being erected too close to the popular beach. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Nice. So you've seen this. It's 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. Give me a call. 435-2041. Tell me, what do you think of this? I'd like to hear from you. And while I await my first call, let me just look at what's happening on our Facebook page. Good morning, GBN. God's blessings to you all the way from Houston, Texas. And that's coming from Marva James. Marva, good morning to you too. All right, our regular here, Yulin Alexander. Good morning, Grenada. Blessings to all on this wonderful Wednesday. Have a blessed and safe day, everyone. Thank you, Yulin. Veronica Sandy, good morning, GBN, Grenada, Carriacou, Epidematic. Good morning, Gordon. And she called me by my first name, what? Good morning to you, Veronica. I hope you're doing fine. Good. Yeah, so the hotel, the signs that a hotel is being constructed way inside of the parameters, the required parameters for that to be happening on the beach. Are you willing to talk about that, or should we move on to the next story? As a matter of fact, TV guy, run that other clip with Joseph as he tries to explain the laws governing the what's that again? Integrity in Public Life Act. All right, Joseph Cado, my colleague Joseph Cado, JC as he is lovingly called, he is trying to explain this. Can you run that clip, please?
Many eyebrows were lifted when reports of a $10,000 cash gifting surfaced via a letter in circulation on social media. The letter was addressed to Bo Shu, the Chief Executive Officer of Hartman Hotel Development Group. In that correspondence, the chairman of the Citizen Buy Investment Program, Richard Duncan, and CBI's CEO, Carleen Purcell, brought to the attention of Hartman's Brenda Batiste that they could not accept the gift, which was delivered on December 13th. According to the CBI letter, the package contained $10,000 EC in cash, an item in a box, and a bottle of drink. Mr. Duncan rejected the gift, citing that accepting it was a clear violation with the Grenada Citizen Buy Investment Unit Code of Business Conduct and Ethics Policy. The letter further went on to say, and I quote, "As stewards of the public trust, we are sensitive to ensure adherence to the integrity in public life regulation, as well as the prevention of corruption regulation as it relates to gifting."
According to the Integrity in Public Life Act, Section 45, which speaks to the issue of the acceptance of gifts, public officers or public officials are not to accept gifts from anyone, whether it is to get them to do their work or to do something that they're already paid by government to do, or not to do it. So they should not accept gifts as an inducement, nor should they accept it as a reward. Notwithstanding that, if a person chooses to, or if a person accepts a gift, or if a person is given a gift by, let's go with a children's organization, and the children's organization made a card, or they did some little creative something to express their appreciation to that person for coming there to be with them for whatever purpose the person went there. On such an occasion, the person can accept the gift.
The motives of the gift, the possibility of blurred cultural lines, and how the correspondence got into the public domain created a communications firestorm. There was also doubts about how the Integrity Commission should respond. Communications and Organization Compliance Officer at the Integrity Commissions, Nicole Bess, explains that the regulations state a person in public life shall not accept any gift or reward from any person as an inducement for any official act to be done by him or her, or a reward for any official act done by him or her. Where a person in public life accepts a gift or a reward in the circumstances specified, he or she shall make a report to the Commission of that fact within 7 days of the receipt of the gift. She further explains that penalties follows if persons do not comply with the rules.
The gift is more than $10,000, you would pay the value of the gift. So if the gift is $40,000 and you refuse to hand it over when you're asked to, then you will pay $40,000 following summary conviction, of course. If the gift is less than $10,000, let's say the gift is $300 or $500, but you fail to hand it over in compliance with the decision following the summary conviction, then you will have to pay $10,000. If not, you're liable to imprisonment for at least 3 months.
With the return of the gift to the Hartman Hotel Development Incorporated, the Integrity Commission stated that there was no need to trigger the Commission's gift registry system at this time. Joseph Kador, GBN News.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Thank you very much. And this is one of the hottest stories that is being talked about around now. All right. Again, it cannot be overemphasized the high level of integrity. While some people are saying it's a law, but the manner in which it was done by Mr. Duncan, it's just, Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent. Happy New Year to you.
Thanks, and same to you. How are you?
Well, I am on top of the world as usual.
Looking down on creation.
Well, I wouldn't say it like that. That's God's job.
Okay, good.
I am just on top in positivity and spiritual grounding.
Wow.
Yes?
That sounds awesome.
So I wanted to make just a few brief comments at the beginning of this year. There's one particular story I'd like to comment on, and it's with the two sisters who have worked together on several projects in their constituency. I would like to educate the nation a little bit on the principles of Kwanzaa. Principle number 1, umoja, which is
the principles of what?
Kwanzaa.
Okay.
Which is an African celebration bringing families and community together.
Okay.
And that is my backdrop on the two women working together. Just to say that this is how we are as people of Afro descent, people of Caribbean descent. Caribbean is a melting pot of races, and the Caribbean entity is one of communal spirit, which means coming together in unity. So the first principle of Kwanzaa is umoja, which means unity, to strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, and nation. So this principle was practiced by these two powerful women. Principle number 3 is ujima, which is collective work and responsibility. So I am applauding that. Even in doing what they've done, they have actually been practicing two of the most powerful principles of Kwanzaa. Also, innocent, to quote our national anthem, which many times we sing out of patriotism, but the words of the anthem, really, I see the anthem as a philosophical piece of writing that we have put music to represent what our nation should be and what we can aspire to become. And here's the part I would like to quote: head, hearts, and hands in unity to reach our destiny. So I want to congratulate all those who have managed to see beyond color lines, beyond political lines, beyond gender lines, beyond every kind of line that have been used to divide us, and see that we can move forward in unity, we can move forward with collective work and responsibility, and we can actually actualize the meaning of our anthem, because it says, "Hail Grenada, land of ours," not land of some, not land of most, ours. And that is a possessive adjective. It's ours.
Yes.
Right? So heads, meaning we think together. Hearts, we put our hearts together in unity. So we're not just thinking and not working. Heads, hearts, and hands.
And to add to that, as one people.
Well, I was coming to that.
Nice.
You preempted me. That is beautiful.
Yes.
And that is where I was coming to the 5th. Right, no, the 6th pillar of Kwanzaa, Nia, which means purpose. And I say, what is the purpose? Advancing as one people. So have a splendid day, Grenada, and let us applaud the things that are applaudable. Let us laud greatness and continue to practice it, because this is who we are. We are communal people.
Yes.
We are Caribbean people. We are Grenadians. And we want to move forward in this transformational time together. Have a great day.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you, and same to you. Good. Wow, those were powerful words, man. Yeah. As one people, one family. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Joe.
Hi, welcome to the program. How are you?
I'm not bad at all. I'm a little bit disappointed, you know.
In what?
I'll tell you, because of this issue that we are talking about. I mean, I understand there is rules and regulations governing when you're in public, what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. And for me personally, if there is rules and laws governing and anybody broke the law, then they have to be prosecuted, they have to resign and possibly taken to court and do whatever necessary.
So what's the source of your disappointment now?
Right, but this is the beginning of 2023, just a few days in 2023. Shouldn't we be more interested in the children who go into school this morning and have nothing to eat? The children who go into school, the mother or the father or the parents have nothing to give them to go to school. There's a lot of people in Grenada suffering. You don't think we should try to find out who these people is and try to see those of us who can help these people? That is more important than trying to create an issue of something that could be solved.
Okay.
These children and these other people, there's people who get up this morning, they're sick in the house, nobody's looking after them.
Okay.
You try to find out who these people are and try to help them. I'm sure if there are people going around trying to find out who these people are in the different communities, I think that's a more better in topic that people will gravitate to than what we're talking about, because there are rules and laws governing if you're in public life and you break the law, it is governed, the rules it, so you can deal with them.
Okay, so could I ask you a question?
Yeah.
All right. From a GBN's perspective, where we try to, have this, give people a platform to talk.
Yeah.
How, from a programming standpoint, how do we go about setting up that machinery to go and find out who has food to go to school and who doesn't? Give me an advice on that.
I could give you an advice. There is a lot of people in the community who has put the best foot forward in trying to help.
Okay.
If GBN come out and say, look, there is, we would like to help people in the community who is at a disadvantage, and what we can do is that if anybody who is willing to come out and look around the communities that we live and bring it to our forefront, we will announce it, and people in the society who can help these people.
Okay.
We give them an opportunity. I think, honestly, I'm not saying exposing on the radio, but this is something it seems that they will be going on and on and on. But my take on it, I believe there is a lot more important issues in Grenada that we can deal with. Okay. There is laws governing. If there were no laws governing people in public act, then I could see we carrying on about it.
Okay.
But there's a lot of people. This is just a few days in 2023. And I know there is people in communities that need something to go to school, need something to go to work. Lie down in the bed, they can't, nobody to give them nothing. Let's try and find out about these people and see how we could help them.
Okay, caller. Thank you very much for your contribution, all right? 23 minutes after 7 o'clock. You remember the word for the day? Delegate, all right? So some responsibility has just been delegated to the GBN that we should go out and find out who are the people who, can't send the children to school this morning and who are lying in. Okay, well, good morning, caller.
Hey, Innocent, good morning.
Welcome to the program. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
Thanks.
I want to know who is preventing anybody in the community from helping the less fortunate. Have a good day, Innocent.
Thank you, caller. Have a good day yourself. 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's take a quick pick on our Facebook page. All right. Crystal Host is saying good morning. Listening from Georgetown, Guyana. I thought you were in Bartica. Good. Good morning, GBN. God's blessings to all. All right. Thank you very much for your blessings, as always. I could, see what the caller, yes, there is a need for us to be empathetic, put ourselves in people's position and see how much we can, we can have that spirit of, how is it called? Benevolence, reaching out to people and helping. But from a media standpoint, you bring the stories, we'll report it. But what we are supposed to do is keep the people abreast with the burning issues, all right? Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
How are you?
Happy New Year to you.
Thanks, and same to you.
And thanks for the many times I heard you call my name. All this is my happiness.
Well, you're my Chumkolungs.
I don't want to really bring up the topics that you are discussing. Something that you mentioned before concerning these hotels on the beach near to the waterline. Amos, I don't know what I call him, Amos' name. Joseph, we got to think. Now, we have found out one, who are the hoteliers that do not, where they're from, which country are they from, what is the objective? Because the closer you are to waterline, it is easier to have your submarine activities. You could drench underground and go out into the sea and have a submarine activity taking place that nobody knows, nobody sees.
Ms. Jeremiah, what kind of submarine activities are you talking about?
Submarine, you don't know those
yes, underwater
things. Yes, they could. That's right. They could come in under the water and end up inside the hotel. You never tell.
To do what?
To do what?
Yes.
Well, think about that one. I would leave you to think about that one. But we cannot leave out the thing because every time there is a hotel you hear about it, they always want to go out into the water. They always want to go out. You have to wonder why. And that's why we need to think. We need to wonder what it is, why they want to go so close to the water. So this is something we cannot ignore. We got to watch why they want to go there. What is taking place? The Coast Guard doesn't have submarine, right? They don't know what happened below there.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, caller. 27 minutes after 7 o'clock. And a quick look at our Facebook page. Naomi Andrew says, some people does just take handout, even if they don't need it. And the people really in need are left without. Cynthia Bay says, maybe those doing the census will or should pick that up. And Mary Ebang says, it is a good gesture to see both women from Parliament working together for the better of the community and its people. All right, well, yeah, I always think that was a very, very good initiative. I don't know if you remember me saying that electioneering is a season. When the season comes, you pick up your colors and you rant and you rave and you do what you have to do. But in the interim, between that space of time, what do? We join back as one people for the common good, which is, of course, or which should be nation building. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you?
I am alive and so thankful.
Happy New Year. I'm calling one of your callers yesterday who was alluding to corruption in terms of truckage and disposing of waste. He said that even government paying and people are not disposing of the waste properly. Now, what I can tell you, what I do know, is that when the debris is picked up on the side of the road, in order for the truckman to get paid, he must go to the Perseverance, where they would give him a slip, which he takes to the Bouchergeois road office, so that the claim can be prepared. If he doesn't reach Perseverance, he doesn't get paid. So this caller was not talking the truth. He was making false allegations.
Okay. Thank you, caller.
Second point, Innocent. The previous caller follows with some kind of stupid conspiracy theory about submarine activity.
Caller, you sound like an intelligent, reasonable man. All right, come on, everyone is entitled to their opinion. So I wouldn't like for us to be, throwing the crosshairs like this, calling one another's comments stupid and so forth. That's just the way the caller feels. That's her opinion. All right? And no disrespect to you. I entertain everybody. All right, Glenda Thompson says, that should be the work of him, the family and neighbors within the community. Years ago, that was how we lived within the communities, and we did not have the media as we have today. Let us be our neighbor's keeper. I endorse that, Glenda. All right, David Alexander says, good morning, GBN. I'm listening from Central Florida. I am Grenadian. Hey, well, you're a Grenadian anywhere. Someone said to me the last time that if you open a tin of corned beef, you can find a Grenadian there. Good morning, caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program. How are you?
I'm all right. Can you spare my little part in your article, please, to tell...
Go right ahead. Please, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, talk
to me. I'd like to say good morning to Sister Pamela. Happy birthday to you today. Today is her birthday. Sister Pamela Joseph of Fountainoil, birthday is today. Wishing her happy birthday. Birthday greetings coming away from her son Hudson, her husband, Albert Joseph, her sister Pauline, her brother Paul, also her good friend Vanish Fraser. Wishing her a happy birthday. May God bless and keep her throughout the year. Thank you.
Okay, have a good day, ma'am. All right, want to say good morning, a very special good morning to you, Miss Eslyn Buckmeyer from Marion. Good morning to you and your family. It was a pleasure meeting you yesterday. She met me in tongue and she said, I was so longing to meet with this guy and I get hug and thing, Good morning. Happy day to you. All right, this is where, let's entertain this caller before we take off first commercial break. Naomi Andrew says, if students are missing from school, some research should be done to find the root cause and provide help as needed. Well, I know there are truancy officers. If children are missing from school, the truancy officers should, their responsibility is to find them, find what the problem is, and then the relevant actions be taken? Let's take this caller. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Innocent, and to all your followers. I love the way you responded to the person who called about the problems of the society. GBN cannot be all things to all people. There's a limit to what you can do. And due respect to the caller, the problem with corruption, the problem with the partisan nature which we were operating before, the root causes of many of the issues that he was referring to. The poverty, the breakdown in society, many of those things, you can trace them back, in part, not totally, to the way we have been operating. And let me say, my substantive point is that there is an air. With the year began sad, in a very sad way with these road fatalities, but I sense there is an air of optimism in our country we didn't have before. There is a positive wind that's blowing that we had not experienced for a long time. There is a desire to work together. There is that, I would say, that feeling of patriotism. There is that urge to be transparent, to act ethically, to do the right things. You know, one time I said, we lost our soul as a country. Not in the spiritual sense. The word soul normally refers to, in that sense, as the natural goodness in someone. The soul of a person.
Definitely.
You speak of the soul of a vehicle. Does that vehicle have soul? In sports car dragon. So I thought we were losing our essence as a people, that natural thing that makes us good. It seems as though we are reclaiming and regaining our soul as a nation. And this is a positive thing which I want to encourage and pray that we continue on that path of honesty, decency, cooperation, love, harmony. This is what defined a Grenadian when I was growing up. And it seems as though slowly but surely we are going back there. I trust that this will be a successful path for us. Have a good day.
Thank you
and
very
a
much.
wonderful year, Grenadians.
Okay. Thank you very much. Have a good one yourself.
You're most welcome.
Good. All right, before we take a commercial break, let's just, we've not been paying much attention to the WhatsApp. Let's see. Good morning, Innocent. We bash and run down people when things don't go our way, but I must congratulate the group of people cleaning the entrance road, the Hum Bridge, and by the National Stadium. Kudos to them and the lady who stands up in the hot sun and drizzle rain, ensuring they do a good job. They cleaned that area close to riverbed and continues to make the area clean and visible to drivers and pedestrians traversing the area on both ends. Thank you, lady. You and the group deserve a huge thank you for your service. Thank you very much. That's what I like. GBN can't pick up everything, so we working collaboratively. Yeah. Good morning, Innocent. We bash and run down people when things don't go our way. Okay. All right. This one says, good morning, Innocent. Can you give me a call? Okay, Rosa, I will do that. Nice. Okay. Good morning, my brother. I think the word on the screen should be host. All right. Nice. Okay. All right. Folks, let's take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Flavored tips for people living with hypertension this holiday season. Enjoy frozen ham in moderation instead of salt ham. Buy local or frozen vegetables instead of canned ones. Limit tin or canned foods like corned beef. But if you decide to have a little, throw hot water over it before eating to remove some of the salt or fat. You don't have to be perfect at every meal. Just be cautious of your choices. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Shop at Southern Electrical for all your security camera needs. We offer a wide variety of cameras such as solar cameras with or without lights, 4G cameras, Wi-Fi and PoE kits, 4, 8, and 16 channel, replacement cameras for PoE, standalone Wi-Fi cameras, floodlights with cameras, watch cameras, pen cameras, and much more. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grandin, St. George. Let us help you with your security needs. Southern Electrical, best value, expert advice, quality products. COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy.
To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal.
When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure
Good morning and welcome back to the conversation. Someone has been calling for a while. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, sir. I want to ask you. You can explain that to me personally. Although other people may. What do one means by public, to be involved in public life? Are you in public life?
Well, I can be considered as a public person, public exposed person. All right, because I'm involved in the media. But in that context, that what you are talking about, they were talking about people who, for example, engage in the public service and so forth, or people who their duties have them being exposed to the public on a professional basis.
Yes, I try to understand you. Am I in public life? You said you know me.
Well, yes. I wouldn't say you're in public life now, but at a previous dispensation of your life, you were. All right. Now you are retired, introversion kind of guy. You know.
No. Also, I've listened to someone calling a few minutes. And they were commenting about what happened. And they were saying that, or she or he was saying, talking about God. I don't even understand. If this person had faith and they believe in God, to me, they would have never said what they said. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coletto. You're so provocative. It's not funny, man. If if you know this guy, you know, he's just a great guy. It's 19 minutes on to 8 o'clock. David Alexander said, if there's a problem that kids cannot go to school, social workers who deal with children and families should get involved. All right. Ernesto Jose says, Happy New Year, Mr. Guilty, but Mr. Innocent wishes you the best. Mr. Man, leave me alone, please. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Innocent. How are you?
I am so alive and so thankful. How about you?
Well, I called to add some more job and GBN workers. Not only to go and see who hungry in the house and children not hungry. I want GBN workers to go in the community too and look for the people that have the parents inside the house hungry and can't do nothing. Beg them, say, oh God, there is all your mother, there is all your aunt. Please find a place in all your heart and share, Anna. Give us something to eat, give her a bath. Remember when all couldn't do nothing. She do for you. And to those people who are making them children and they in the community hungry, educate them. Say, look, I'll you bring one, I'll you bring two. Look at them children and them in the community hungry, nothing to eat. Oh God, when I'll you go in and have sex, protect all yourself now. So the children when hungry, innocent, they have some bad mind. Family in Grenada, I'm telling you, no doubt. They dress up, they have big eyelash, their fingernail long, and the poor parents have nothing, struggling with the bill. I'll change all the ways for this new year and help all the family. You don't tell me you have your mother, she in the house dirty, and government had to send somebody and bathe your mother, and sometimes, most time, they're staying in the house with their mother, So I want all you and GBN to go and give them this little advice and help them, baby. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, lady. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Also, because we say with you anywhere and everywhere, there wasn't a slash that said doing everything, 17 minutes on to 8 o'clock. I love Grenada. All right? I love Grenada with a passion, man. That's just who we are as a people. Back to our WhatsApp page. Good morning, Innocent. There is a very important issue I would like to share with you. Can you please give me a call so it can be discussed before taking it on air? Thank you. I'll do my best to return that call at a subsequent time. Good morning, Innocent. Hope all is well today. People don't understand as yet the purpose of the media, to gather and disperse proper, accurate information, that people will gain knowledge to empower themselves and to know what else to do. So if that caller has information of persons in his community or other people, please volunteer yourself and allow people to voice their opinion. Innocent, I am please begging drivers or some drivers on the road to be more considerate, drive with more due care and attention. Please slow down, and maybe if some of them buy a highway code book and go over it, a lot of accidents on our roads will not happen. I think as a nation, we have lost our hearts or emotional self or respect for each other. The young people who giving service at business need to be more gentle in their speech and provide proper information about products and not give attitude if I don't know about your service. Provide the information as quick as possible for people who are sick, elderly, or pregnant. So much as we as a nation has to work on, but we working more against each other. 435-2041. There's a final article that I'd like my television guy to play for us, and we'll look at it, and then I'll take your comments on it.
Two women who competed against each other on the political stage in the last general election are now combining efforts with one goal in mind, working together for the betterment of the people in their constituency. MP for St. Andrew Northwest, Honorable Delma Thomas, and Senator the Honorable Gloria Thomas from different sides of the political platform have given their commitment and have collaborated on a number of initiatives over the Yuletide season. The two say this is only the beginning, as their collaborative efforts will continue. They were part of Monday's back-to-school drive in Sab, St. Andrew. It's not about color, says MP Delma Thomas.
So we want to pledge our commitment to working along not only with SAB, but the entire constituency of St. Andrew Northwest. And I know earlier on Billy said that it's not about yellow, it's not about green, and it's not about red. And I think that's the message we should all be giving these things. So I want to stand here this afternoon and say that I am a patriotic Grenadian. I am your parliamentary representative for St. Andrew Northwest, and so I've committed myself as your representative to work with the Honorable Gloria Thomas to bring benefits for you, the people of SAB, and the people of the constituency of St. Andrew Northwest.
Earlier, both women also paid a visit to the Princess Alice Hospital to get an understanding of what needs to be done at the facility. Both women also made a social call to the home of Ms. Veronica Lewis of Lafayette, St. Andrew, who celebrated her 105th birthday on December 28th. The centenarian is one of few people in Grenada over the age of 100.
Dear brothers and sisters, that the only way we can move forward is to work together. We can achieve small things for ourselves, but when we combine our efforts together, we can move mountains. And so earlier on, we visited the Maribor Hospital, and you know the issues there, and so we agreed that together we'll confront those issues. It's not going to happen overnight, but we pledge to work together to bring development for you, the people. So
Chrislina John.
Thank you very much, Chrislina. Thank you very much. Oh, I like this. I love this. And I wish this what I've just seen could be a prototype for other politicians in the various constituencies. When election time comes, like I said, you do battle. And I think we are a very educated population. We should not get into the politics of mudslinging. You understand? Collaborate. When election time comes, you present your case and see if you can win again or win back, whatever. Good morning, caller. All right, that caller seemed to have lost his patience, so he left. Or she left. 12 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. 8 o'clock workers, you should have been on the job. Well, you should be on the job already. I had to watch my speech. You know, I don't want nobody calling me and beat up on me, as you know I'm saying. 435-2041. That's the number to call to get in and give me your perspective. Good morning.
Hello.
Welcome to the program.
Mr. Innocent, I told you already, you are too innocent. I told you to change the name of the program you are having there. Give your opinion, to change it to give your opinion. Everyone, I including myself, believe we are making points. A point is an established fact. You have certain criteria, that's why I would call you a man. And a point is an established fact. That means perhaps most of the average intelligent citizens have believed the same thing, as we believe that God is a spirit. And this would be a point. I don't know if I say, I think so, I heard so, if I'm making a point. A book is a book. A house is a house, but you have different types of houses. Anyhow, that's my point this morning. Change the program, and it will be better for you all.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. Thank you for your pro bono work of advising, all right? 10 minutes on to 8 o'clock, that's the time. Ernesto Jose says, my substantial point is I heard there were 45 accidents with 2 fatalities over the weekend. I think it was because of the season we just came out from, where there will be lots of drinking of alcohol. I think the government needs to put a higher tax on the alcohol drink so there will be less consumption and less accidents. Where's that one, boy? You want to make... No. I'm pleading on behalf of some people. No. Good morning, caller.
GBN?
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Hi.
Oh, Innocent, right. Listen, I'm calling on behalf of someone here who needs help. Huh?
What kind of help?
Well, the person needs, they are looking after an elderly relative. Now, the person is in the 70s, the caregiver is in the 70s, and is taking care of the aunt who raised them from a child. And they need a bed with a railing because the aunt is blind, she cannot walk, and oftentimes she forgets that she cannot walk and she tries to come down from the bed and she falls.
Okay.
So this person lives in St. George's. They said they had called before to the social service people, and they give her the runaround. Right?
Okay.
She's in her 70s. The caregiver is in her 70s. She worked 35 years in the rich man home, looking after other people's people. Okay. And now she needs help for her aunt with a bed and some pampers, a bed with a railing. So I would like to know who she should call, because she did call before, and they gave her the tomfoolery.
Who did she call before?
The social services people.
Okay.
Because they tell her to call there.
And how long?
When she called, it was a whole long thing.
How long ago was that call made?
Before the election.
So try after the election.
Huh?
Maybe she should try now.
So this is why I'm trying on her behalf.
Yes, try now. Different dispensation, different people in charge. Try now.
No, the reason why I'm saying that, because I heard they talk about the two pharmacies. I don't know if they are responsible for the social services, And you always say that everybody listen and the people in the government listen.
Yes.
So I would like them to know there are not only children who are not going to school and are hungry. There are elderly citizens who need help. Just imagine a 70-something-year-old person is taking care of an elderly relative. She's doing good, but she needs help.
Yeah, that's a good gesture.
Right?
That's a good gesture.
And she worked for 35 years in the rich man home looking after other people's people. And now she wants, when she called, she said she has some pampers and some sanitary wipes and so. And they gave her the tomfoolery. So she's so embarrassed to call again. So she told me, and I said to her, you also need somebody to come and give you a few hours a day. Right? If I was able, I would have gone. But I'm in my 70s also. I live in Pearls in St. Andrews.
Okay.
She lives in the St. George's area.
Okay. All right.
Right? So I said to her, I am going to call on your behalf and ask for help. So I hear you talking about the double Thomas who is working together. I think one of them might be responsible for that department I'm talking about.
I think Gloria Thomas
Right?
is responsible for that.
So I hope it go out there.
Okay.
And I would, if somebody call, at least call, whatever, but she really needs the bed because the aunt don't remember that she cannot walk.
Okay.
So she tried to get down from the bed, and oftentimes she fall. And this caregiver has to lift her up by herself.
Okay.
And she's in her 70s.
All right, caller. We got the message, okay?
I hope somebody here, and on my behalf, I hope you help me too, to get somebody to help her, okay?
All right, thank you. All right, bye-bye. 6 minutes on to 8 o'clock. I want to take, seeing that we've been talking about this, I want to take the time out and say hello and wish a special good morning to all the caregivers around the nation, all the geriatric staff, and especially those of you at the Chichester Home and Springs. Good morning to you all. I hope my grandmom is watching. Let her watch. Morning, mommy. All right, good. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning, Innocent.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, I don't like calling twice, but I'm the person who called about this issue. Miss, my number is 415-1580. Call me. I will do what I can to help you. Thank you.
Could you say the number again?
415-1580.
Okay. So it's okay for me to give this number to the person that just called?
Yes, that's why I said it on air.
Okay.
So I will help. I'll do whatever I can to help.
Okay. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Wow. You telling me about us? Never a dull moment in Grenada. So the lady that just called, all right, you wait as soon as it's 8 o'clock and call me back. I can give you a number where some help can be arranged. Thank you, caller. Thank you. 435-2041. Good morning.
Hello, is this Good Morning Grenada?
Yes, it certainly is.
Hi, good morning. I'm visiting Grenada, and I've visited before, and I have a couple of things I'd like to say. One, do not become like Trinidad. 2, do not become like the United Kingdom. And 3, do not become like the USA. You've got a very beautiful country here, and it would be a shame to see it go down the pan because people in other places are corrupt, because we know the government in the United Kingdom is very corrupt. And Grenada is a very, very beautiful place, and it'd be such a shame if that happens. That's what I wanted to pass on.
Thank you very much, caller, and enjoy your stay.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good. 4 minutes away from the top of the hour. Annette Ragbasing says, caller, when they are in need, no relative runs to them. But when they gone, all man jack running to fight for property. Very sad. Cynthia Bay says, so sad that they do not have any relatives that can provide some of the assistance. Very sad. Final moments on the conversation this morning. We still have a couple minutes that, we can take a call or two. Innocent, I love it. Also, I wish others could do the same. Talking about that collaboration with the two Thomases. Good morning, caller. Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi, sorry about that.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you much. The only thing, the person that just called, we're willing to assist her with some Pampers. So if she wants to give us a number, or you give us her number, so we can get it to her.
So here what you can do. Right after 8, call me back on the same number. I can get the information and cross-thread them, okay?
No problem. Bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. That's all I can say. This is a wow moment, man. Grenada, man, you're telling me? Good morning, caller.
Good morning to you, Innocent. How are you?
I am so alive and thankful.
Thank you, God. Praise God. I just love that. There is good people in this world, and I love that. Some people, they bind for other people and the family. They don't give them not even crackers. I just love that. God is in control.
Of course.
Have a great day.
You too, my dear. Love you. Bye-bye. That's what we do, That's the role that we play, connecting people together. You understand? Good morning, caller. Hello. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent. How you do?
I am fine as ever. How are you?
Good, Mr. Innocent. Happy New Year to you.
Thanks, and same to you.
Although I sent out many greetings to you, I know you got them.
Yes, I get them.
Right. But, Mr. Innocent, I saw Gloria Thomas and the other Thomas giving out school bags. I wonder, do you know if other areas, other constituents giving out any school bags?
I really cannot say. I really do not know.
Okay, so if anybody that is listening giving out school bags, can they please call you and say so?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
I know of children in the area who need, school bags.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too, dear.
Bye-bye. Uh-huh. Folks, this is where we have to wrap it down. But before we go, I'll just take this comment on our WhatsApp page. Innocent, I really must voice my opinion on this situation that arose yesterday. Imagine someone really sick and unable to move. Called all the doctors in St. Andrew and everyone was too busy to make a house call. No ambulance service because they were all on emergency. But what hurt me the most is that this person, medical doctor at St. Augustine, and when I called to get an ambulance to take him there, they told me the ambulance go as far as Red Gate. Can you imagine? We'll leave at St. Andrew and drive to St. Augustine for medicals, and to be told that this is a very heart-wrenching, very upset. I understand, and I will be as well. But folks, those of you who called and participated, thank you very much for that program this morning. It really was an interactive one. I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. And if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll do it again tomorrow, same time, same frequencies. But now we've got to break off because we've got to join the BBC. Bye-bye.